Welcome to Locker Room Sports Talk.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Locker Room Sports. I'm your host, Big Matt, and hope y'all are having a fantastic day. What a beautiful day we've had here so far. Sun shining, and the good Lord is good to give us another day here in 2025. Let's jack my chair up and get up on the high side here so we can look down here. We got some good matchups tonight. First, we will go through our local matchups and who they're playing and how's those teams fared so far. First, I guess we need to talk about Cedar Bluff. Probably the first thing you want to do. Also, first thing, hit the thumbs up while you're already on here. Just smash that little thumb. I would surely much appreciate it. Cedar Bluff Tigers will be kicking off tonight up on the mountain, and due to lack of refs up there in the area. What's going on, Ben? Donahoe Wadley's happened tomorrow night is when they pick up a forfeit win. Yeah, I heard about that. We got some big matchups we're going to talk about tonight around the state. Hang around for that. You don't want to miss that to see where you're going to go tomorrow night. And also region standings. There's some region play going on. So, hey, where's your team at? Where's the other teams that your team's going to play? Where are they at? Who's jockeying for position? And what all is going on? So, let's get right back into it here. Last week's opponents, Cedar Bluff, is up at North Sandmount tonight. They are 3-0 right now. North Sand Mountain is. They did beat Sandrock last week, 41-0. So we got to start out with them first. They're on the. I'm sure they're probably already there. So safe travels home for the Tigers. Go up there and get the win. Speaking from personal experience, when mine played and we had to travel up there, or they come down, it was always it's a game, man. It always is. I think his junior year, we went up there. They come down his senior year, and I think we beat them that year. But it's junior year, we went up there, and they had a young man. I wish I could remember his name. They called him Sunshine. He was a long blonde-haired kid. He was one of the best athletes North Sand Mountain had up there in a long time. He was just a quarterback. He was impossible to tackle, man. We're talking about probably like probably 99. Probably like from probably 18, 19, 20. In those years he was up there, 21, 18, 19, 20. I know he was good. They're tough to beat, man. So good luck to the Tigers up there traveling tonight. North Sand Mountain is 3-0 right now. So, all right, Cherokee County Warriors, they'll be traveling to Etowah. The Fighting Blue Devils up there. They're 0-2 right now, and they lost last week to Hoax Bluff 28-3. And seeing some stuff about Coach Peavy and hearing other coaches talk or, whatnot, I ain't heard nothing bad. If you hear something bad, I would just say nothing at all. But it seems that he's working hard. He's trying to get the guys, that he needs, that he wants there, and get stuff worked out. And it's a competitive area down there in Gaston, man. It is. Since with Coach Smith moving in down there at Westbrook, they want to play for Coach Smith. You guys in that area around the county there. And then you got Southside and Gaston City. You got two big schools. Coosa had been on a roll there for a while, and there's just a lot going on there. Okay. So he's trying to get things worked out so Etowah people can, you try to be patient with them. And we expect Cherokee County to come back with a W traveling up there. That is an old school rivalry there, definitely, Etowah and Cherokee County. Good luck to the Warriors on that as they travel up there tomorrow night. And, again, we'll be talking about big matchups across the state. Don't go nowhere. If you want to find somewhere to go tomorrow night, none of these teams are your teams. You're coming by the page. Hang on, and we'll talk about some. Also, region standings from all around 1 through 4A for sure. Now, Spring Garden has got Woodville. Woodville's 2-0 right now. They beat Eider last week, 43-7. And Spring Garden only having trouble with the Pleasant Valley team, and they've got a matchup coming tomorrow night. It's going to be a big one for them. Stay tuned for that one. We'll get into that one. This, more or less, over the years, me and Dean talked about it, I think, Sunday, how there was a time that, Woodville was just homecoming, not too long ago. I mean, when mine was playing, years ago. But now, they've got a new coach up there a couple of years now, and they're figuring out how to, run the ball better and be more effective in the run game. And you get support of parents and kids, and you get them all together, man. It's awesome to see a community blossom and bloom into playing football, and everybody gets on board together. I think it's great for kids to play football. And I know you want to win. That's the whole thing. You show up to practice, you work every day, and you want to win. I understand that, but just playing the game is great for young guys. Just teach them how to be men, just going and getting through hard stuff and having to run through the sweat and some of the pain. So I look for it to be, I think Coach Ragsdown Bunch can go up there and get the W. I do. But, Woodville's playing with some confidence right now. And confidence is king, especially with young guys, Sandrock will be playing at home. They're the only team hosting this week. They will be hosting Section, which lost to Pisgah last week, 52-6. They are now 0-3. So Coach Nelson and Bunch, they have worked hard, and they're trying to – he's in the middle of figuring it out, okay? You're a new coach, and there's some of the older stuff, and then you got your new stuff, and – you're trying to work it all out, and it's hard to find a good middle. I mean, to special kids, it's not like college, man, where you just kind of roll in and like Deborah comes in year one and wins 9 games at Bama. That's a good year. There's a lot of teams that have had coaches for a couple of years that didn't win 9 games. So we just got to be patient. And I know seniors don't want to hear, parents like, well, we're going to have – a losing season, and, just hang on and support the kids and cheer on the coaches, and make sure you buy some stuff in the concession stands. And if you're out in the county and you're not traveling some of these other games, then go up to Sandrock. I think it'll probably be a really good game. I have a good feeling. I think that Coach Nelson and Bunch, that this will be they'll get a W. I feel like that. And lastly, here in the county, our Fighting Trojans was our game of the week last week. Went over there and played Valley Head, and unfortunately, one of their top guys, Heinrich, is their other tailback, and Jack Sintel is their other guy. And Jack's very valuable on defense as well as offense. And when you get into small school football, and most people know, if you're watching this, if you lose a player, man, you lose 2 players. Okay? You lose a linebacker and a tailback. I mean, most small schools around here, everybody around here in the county, they have a lot of kids that play both ways. And that's just kind of how it is. Now, I know he's not going to make excuses, but they're, they don't have a whole bunch of guys. And Jack is a really important part of their team. And I hope he's healing up and getting well. He even hurt his shoulder over there at the Valley Head game of the night. So Galesville's going to be tromping up the mountain up there to play Appalachian. And they beat Locust Fort 42-39. That's what I had heard. Wow, that sounds like a good game. Now, I know Locust Fort has their quarterback and all the stuff that had been going on. We'll hit the peanut gallery here in a second. Yes, I know it's not the same Locust Fort team from last year. They did, they lost some guys from that team, like a state record-setting quarterback. And he had a bad leg injury. You remember that? Broke his leg. I mean, like broke it. I hate when kids get hurt. They work so hard, man, and they're just high school football. And most of these kids are not going to get the ability to go play on the next level. They're just out there pouring their hearts out and playing for their little football team, and just to do like we all do, go work normal jobs and have memories of playing high school football, and they're cut short from injuries. I hate that. That bothers me. I mean, it does. It really does. I hate it. So Gales will be playing Appalachian, and they're good right now, man. They're 3-0. I remember traveling up there a few years ago, and they were kind of in the middle of it then. And I think they had a fairly larger class, maybe last year, but obviously it was a big junior senior class. So this year those juniors are now seniors. Talking about Appalachian, so they're playing good football right now. And baseball, I mean, sports wide, they're I think I remember seeing something about their girls basketball. I know their boys, the baseball team is always knocking around, and they're in the playoffs and doing good. So these are the cinnamon, by the way. If anybody's curious, they're pretty good. Not a sponsor. Let's see here. What did I do with my other? Okay. All right. Now let's hit the peanut gallery and see how everybody's doing. Ben, how are you doing over there? Mason, what's going on there? Go Garden Go. Yep, they will be. They're going to be going up to Woodville. Talked about that a little bit. Spring Garden Woodville was. Yeah, it'll be a good game. I think they have a great. I think Spring Garden's got a great opportunity to win that game. What's going on, Zachary? Ben, Yo Rascal, Hewitt Trustful, and Hoover will be tonight, and Hoover is 8 in the 7A ranking, so they could be on the verge of dropping. Oh, if they lose, yeah. Yes, sir. Make sure y'all do that. Hit the old smash the like button while you're over here. Mash the thumbs up. It's just watch this, how easy look. Boom, done. Hit the like button. It's that easy. If you're over on YouTube, subscribe to the channel and share with a friend. If you listen on podcasts, tell a friend about it. Say, hey, man, Locker Room Sports, big show Sundays, big talk Tuesdays, and then Thursday you got high school breakdown stuff. Tell a friend and spread the love of Locker Room Sports. All right. Yeah, it hurts small teams worse because you're losing 2 players. I mean, but it is what it is. And, I know he's going to make no excuse about it. And, of course, Jack can't help that he got hurt over there. And he would give $1 million to win there and play. I talked to him for a few seconds there when he had to be out, and he's just not enjoying life at that moment. He had to stand over there on the sidelines and wait to go back in because they just couldn't run him every play. He pulled his hamstring, and I would have loved to seen what it'd been like if he had been 100% at it. That'd have been awesome. So here we go. All right, what are we doing here? Rankings? I'm gonna do yes. Region standings, guys. Where is your team at? How are they looking? Let's start with we'll just start at the bottom. We'll start at good old 1A. 1A football. Right here in Alabama, north part of Alabama, that is, and we can give the top few for all the regions if you want to. I don't care. That's fine with me. I ain't got much else going on tonight. I love spending time with my fans over here. Family. I ain't fans, we're family. Region 8, Spring Garden over here at 1A. That shows them they're top of the region right now and defeating Raglan 52-33 last week. Featherhead at 2. Talked about them defeating Gilsville 55-38 over there. Woodville coming in 3rd. See, I'm telling you, look, they used to be last. I mean, we used to play. Woodville was the team that everybody kind of caught for homecoming. They're not that anymore. They're 2-1, being 3rd right now. And like I said, they beat Ider 43-7 last week. Appalachian, I don't know why they're not 1. They're 3-0. Well, they have no region win. That's what it is. This is their first region play tonight against Gilsville. So I would assume if Appalachian beats Gilsville, they'll be 4-0 overall and 1-0 in the region, and that'll probably shoot them up to the top. Then you got Gilsville 2-1, Raglan 1-1, and Ider at 1-2. Now the last 3, Gilsville, Raglan, Ider, are 0-1 in region play. And Raglan will be playing Southeastern, which will be out of region play, and Ider will be playing in region Valley Head. So that's that. Now, other regions, 7 and stuff, which will be a cross region. I'm pretty sure I already looked at the bracket this year. 7 plays 8, 5 plays 6. Usually they'll stagger it, like 5 will play 8 and 6 will play 7, 8 will play 5 and 7 will play 6. Well, this year I'm pretty sure they're going to do 7's going to play 8. So in cross region matchups in the playoffs, we're looking way down the road. But right now, if you took the top 4, Spring Garden, Valley Head, Woodville, Appalachian, would match up against Addison, Hackleburg, Waterloo, and Phillips of Bear Creek. Okay. All right. Region 6, Wadley's leading that region, no doubt. They'll run through that region. Winterboro's at 2-0 right now over there. Region 5, Berry of Fayette, and still Hubbardville. They're still in there. Lynn, that's in the region with Pickens County. Pickens County is 1-2 right now. They're going to play Lynn this week. That'll be a good matchup. Always a good matchup. Region 4, Maplesville is destroying it. They'll play Nagasala. They beat Elwood Christian 58-0. Verbena, Gouda Academy, Nagasala, Keith Billingsley, Elwood Christian. Let me tell you about Maplesville. A McCrae kid and one of their other tailbacks and players, Law, they have got some dudes at Maplesville. I mean, this 1A football, man, they put it on Powerhouse 3A 5. I mean, really? I mean, and I had somebody down there, and they was just acting like it wouldn't, like Maplesville would just kind of control the game. So if that's what's going on, holy crap, everybody in 1A just 1A South, you're going to notice that Maplesville's probably looks like they're going to win the South and have a great shot to win state. Region 3, Choctaw County is leading over there. Region 2, McKenzie, Red Level, Brantley. And then Region 1 is, of course, Leroy, Southern Choctaw, Moringa, and Millery. All right, let's run over here to don't do that. So I got 2A region standings. We'll start down here in our area, up here in North Alabama. Region 8, 2A. Region 7 is all our players here, so they'll match up with this other Region 8, and we'll talk about them. Region 7 right now, leading the region, of course, is North Sand Mountain. They're 3-0, like I'd said. They're taking on Cedar Bluff, fixing to kick off here in about 30, 40 minutes. Good luck to our Tigers over there. Cedar Bluff's 2, Pisgah's 3, Pleasant Valley's 4. Now, Pleasant Valley plays Pisgah tonight, which is in the region. So, Pleasant Valley is in that boat like with Appalachian was in 1A. They don't have a region win yet, so that's all they're waiting. If they get a region win, that'll shoot them up to the top. So that'll shuffle. That could shuffle. Pisgah's got Pisgah's got Pleasant Valley this week. That is going to be a good football game. And I don't even know where it's at. Pisgah. So if you're up in that area and you got nowhere to go to Pisgah tomorrow night. That's going to be a huge decider for that Region 7. That Cedar Bluff, Sandrock is in there next to last and section last, both of them 0-3. Now they'll match up in playoff time and contentions later on with Lexington, Winston County, Red Bay, Tharptown, Decatur Heritage, and Tanner. Tanner is 0-3. What I know about these teams, somebody says, I do know about Red Bay and I do know about Decatur Heritage. Hadn't seen Lexington play. Winston County they beat Tanner 51-26. They're at Red Bay, so that's a big matchup there. Red Bay, we played them in the playoffs his sophomore year, I think. Yeah. Yes. No. Yeah. And we had to go up there. Holy crap, what a drive. It's like right on the Mississippi line. And this is what somebody told me. If we got somebody watching from Red Bay, you probably know, probably already know anyway. The lady at the store said, "Oh, hey, how you doing? Okay. Where y'all up here for our football game?" Oh, well, you know they have the refs with them, don't you? I swear, I promise you. There's one thing I'm not a liar. I'm just telling you what the woman said. She said, "You know they have the refs with them." I was like, "Excuse me?" Yeah. Okay. And yeah, that we didn't play quite good enough. We ran with them, and I don't blame stuff on refs. I ain't that kind of guy. But you could say that a lot of people have accused them of it being a little different up there. I'm just telling you what people have said, which means whatever. And the lady at the gas station told me that. Tharptown, I interviewed their coach. They're playing. They don't play this week. They lost to Belgreen 35-0. That is a gritty bunch right there. Tharptown, that's a tough bunch up there. Region 6 up here. This is 2A now. 2A Region 6, Cedar Bluff and Sandrock. Pleasant Valley and all those guys are Region 7 for the 2A. Now Region 6 will match up with 5. You got Faultville, Coosa Christian at 2, Susan Moore, Cleveland, Cold Springs, Southeastern, and West End last over there, which is they have they play Susan Moore. So that's a good region game there. And it says that Faultville will be at Coosa and be another good region game there. Now, the rest of them, Region 5s, you got the Tuscaloosa Academy's smoking hot football team right now. They're in region with Sulligent and Vincent. Aliceville's always got a good football team, man. I seen them come to Spring Garden one night. Holy crap. I mean, their linebackers look like their linemen, like their safeties. They were all, wow. I remember asking Coach Howard, I said, man, they were, warming up, and I said, man, this bunch looks good over here. He's like, yeah, they got a good football team. And Spring Garden just took off and went up like 12-0 quick. Region 4, Lynette, always powerhouse. If you know 2A football, you're going to know the name of Lynette. You can't forget about Reeltown coming in. I mean, they'd won it. They beat Horseshoe Bend the other week. They're playing Ramburn this weekend, which is second. Central Coosa, Lafayette is 5th, and they got Lochapoka and Horseshoe Bend last. Little history note, Coach Vincent at La Monroe coached at Horseshoe Bend back some years ago, one of his first or second high school jobs, and he had them on a rip and tear running through that region in South playoff play. Region 3 is Goshen and Calhoun. That's Highland Home Laverne. Remember that name. They're 2-0 right now. They didn't play last week. They got Pike Liberal Arts this week, which is last in that region. So that'll be a one win in their region for them. So look to Laverne probably to shoot up to the top. Tough team. Goshen's got a good team, man. I remember last year, I think, talking to some of their fans. They come on the page and hey, I'm all up for anybody to give me some info on the teams. And got to digging into them, talk to a fan online like every Sunday. He'd come on and just give us a little note. They had a good football team that year. So I'm curious about Goshen, where they're at. They beat Zion Chapel 31-22. They're at Calhoun, which is right under them and ranking there too. Region 2 is Arrington, that Geneva County group. GW Long, I know they got a great daggum volleyball team. Houston County, they had a good team last year. Sampson, Cottonwood, Abbeville. And then Region 1 is the Blackshire, JU Blackshire, and Bayshore Christian, St. Luke's, and Central, and Chickasaw. Let's see here, 3A. This would be 5, Collinsville. Yep, Region 8, Geraldine, 5, Holly Pond, Whitesburg, Collinsville, bring them out, Sylvania, Asbury. Looks like you got Collinsville at Whitesburg, and 5 is at Asbury, and Sylvania's at Geraldine. Sylvania's 0-2. Got a new coach over there. They lost to Holly Pond 24-21. So up that way again. If you're in the area, looks like at Geraldine tomorrow night. I'm telling you, just let me go ahead and tell you. I don't care what the records say. I know they got a new coach. I know they're 0-2 right now, but Sylvania and Geraldine show up to play each other. They're going to try to destroy each other. It's a old school rivalry from up that way. Big time game. Sylvania 5, that whole group of guys, they just records don't count. They don't. Region 7's that Colbert Heights, Lauderdale County, Mars Hill, 3-way tie already. Mars Hill is going to play Sheffield, and it's a big mix-up here. Lauderdale County is going to be playing Colbert County. This is going to start to show some stuff here. Region 7, Colbert Heights, Lauderdale County, Mars Hill. Coach Higgins at Mars Hill, ex-bull rider, scrapper, boxer with Butterbean. Yes, true story. Great guy, fun to talk to. Good Christian guy. Region 6 now, the Piedmont Bulldogs at 1. They defeated Ohatchee 61-6. They're off this week to play the old Bio Monster. Walter Wellborn coming in at 2. Westbrook Christian, Coach Smith beat Sachs 42-6. They're play Locust Fort this week. It'll be at Westbrook Christian. If you're in the Gadsden area, that'd be a good one to go to. Locals Fort, then Glencoe. Shout out Coach Blanchard. They will play hosting Walter Wellborn. That's a big game for them, man. Huge game for Coach Blanchard. Shout out to him and good luck to him and his Yellow Jackets. Weaver, J.B. Pennington, Sachs, and Ohatchee last over there. Region 5 is that Gordo group right now. That team is always good. They're going to play Winfield this week. They're 3-0, 1-0 in the region. They beat Hanceville. Winfield 2, and then Oakman, Venemont midfield. Philip Campbell, Carbon Hill, Hanceville last. Region 4, Lee Scott Academy and Glenwood Academy. This is 3A, Region 4. There's a large possibility that one of those two, and whenever they play each other, mark it on your calendar, these are two really good football teams. Lee Scott Academy and Glenwood School. Thorsby, I remember interviewing their coach too. We had a big summer matchup game at Coosa several years ago. We had only probably about our second year in, and I interviewed like probably a dozen coaches. And they're all on video. You can go back and find them somewhere. If the same coach is still there, man, that tough group. Man, them boys get down and get dirty and play tough football. Region 3, Thorsby. Southside Salmons 2, Haley County, Greensboro, Thomasville, hanging around there in that region still. Sumter Central, Dallas County, Wilcox Central last. Region 2, Montgomery Academy hanging in at 1. They're always going to be tough to beat. 3-0. They got no region foe at home. Wicksburg, Alabama Christian. They'll play Trinity. Trinity's at 3, so there's your 2-3 matchup there for down there. South Alabama 3A, Alabama Christian will host Trinity. Good matchup. Houston Academy, they're going to play Slocum, which is down 2 spots under them, between them and Northside Methodist Academy. All these private schools, man, coming in, they'll play Prattville Christian. And Prattville Christian last over there. Region 1, Cottage Hill Christian, don't know much about them. Flomaton, they're in a division with T.R. Miller and Bayside Academy, XL Monroe County. Hillcrest Evergreen, that region of 3-way tie, Region 1. That Cottage Hill Christian, don't know much about them. I do know Flomaton, do know T.R. Miller's like one of the winningest 3A schools in the state. They got Flomaton, oh, Lord. Shout out Powerhouse Sports down there in South Alabama, Andrew and Floyd in the bunch. I'm sure they will be talking about that one a lot. Probably be on here later tonight talking about that. Flomaton's going to be at T.R. Miller. Both undefeated 3-0, both 1-0 in region. That'll be a heck of a matchup, guys. For people down that way watching, wow. Let's dig into 4A a little bit here, and we'll go to look at some other big matchups. We may want to find out where you want to go tomorrow night if you hadn't got a home school. Region 7, Region 8, Region 6 is our local bunch in 4A. So we'll start at Region 6 there. Alexandria at 1-2-0, 1-0 in region. They defeated White Plains. They are at Anniston tonight. That is a huge region game. If you ain't got nothing going on around here, that'll be a good game. That's going to decide a lot. Alexandria's going to be at Anniston. They're both 2-0, both 1-0 in the region. They're pretty much 3-way tie, really. A 3-way tie for 1, 2, 3. Alexandria, like we said in the summer, Alexandria, Anniston, Hoax Bluff, Cherokee County on 4 there from that loss of all, but they're 1-0 in region after defeating Aniana 42-29. Like I said, they're at Etowah. Every one of these games tomorrow night are going to be huge shakeups. So come back Sunday and hang out and let's go through these, because this is big, man. I didn't realize these guys were going to mix it up this soon. Alexandria's playing Anniston, and then Hoax Bluff's at White Plains, and of course Cherokee County's at Etowah. That's really going that'll put some hair in your chest right there. Region 7, of course, Deshler, West Morgan, Central Florence, Hatton, Wilson, Danville, Brooks. And Region 8 is Plainview, Madison Academy, New Hope, North Jackson, Westminster, Madison, DAR, St. Paul, and then Randolph. Let's see here. Which ones are, well, 5 will play 6. So that for a Region 6 with Cherokee County, Anniston, Alexandria, Hopes Bluff, Aniana will match cross with 5, which is Hamilton, Good Hope, Curry, Fayette County, Cordova, Dora, Fultondale, and Haleyville, which is looks like Hamilton's kind of leading the way. 1-0 region play. They did defeat Cordova 41-20. They played Dora this weekend. And then Good Hope coming in at 2. They play Haleyville. So some pretty good matchups there. Other leaders, Oak Grove, Bibb County, Pleasant Grove, American Christian in 4. Region 3 is Bullock County, Hanley hanging in there at 2. They play, they'll host St. James. Bullock County is going to be at Munford. Tallahassee at third spot over here in this Region 3. They did beat Munford 53-21. They're going to play Booker T. Washington this weekend. And, of course, Cleveland County's in there hanging around. They're going to be out in Talladega, Munford, St. James. Region 2, Opp, Dale County, Strawn, Pike County, Ashford, New Blockton, and Daleville and Geneva at last over there in that one. Region 1, a huge, huge region. This is the region everybody talks about for 4A is Region 1, way down south. You got number 1 and 2 are locked up as Mobile Christian. They play Escambia County, and then St. Michael's, also 3-0, 1-0 in region play. They play Satsuma. And then Jackson is at 3, defending state champs for 4A. They're 2-1. Of course, they lost out of region to powerhouse Saraland. Played a close game with them. They beat Escambia County 40-0. They're playing Baker, which is a non-region game for them. Orange Beach at 2-1. W.S. Newell, Escambia County, then Satsuma, of course, for that region. We'll scooter through these, and we'll just start with the South. I'll just mention it's not UMS Wright. They're the big dogs. It's 5A and Viger and those guys, Region 1. And then we're going to go Region 2, 1 through 8. Region 2, Andalusia. They moved up from 4A. Charles Henderson, those guys. Region 3 is Northside, Shelby County, Jemison. Region 4 is Central Clay County. Powerhouse Dogs, been dogs for 30 years. Holtville. Marbury hanging in there at third spot, Elmore County. Region 5 corner. Carver they got a football team. They're going to be at Briarwood this weekend. They're really good. That'd be a good matchup around that area if you're over there. They beat John Carroll 32-16. Briarwood beat Ramsey. Wow. They beat Ramsey 14-3. Oh, okay, Ramsey's last over there this year. They're 0-3. Well, okay, everybody's got to go through it sometime. Region 6, Leeds. Shout out Tommy over there, a buddy of mine on Twitter. He went to school there, and they're 3-0 right now, leading Region 6 in the 5A. You got Lincoln. Shout out Coach Hendo from Cherokee County. They beat Center Point 49-26. They got leads. Wow. Coach Hendo and the boys at Lincoln are going to Leeds. Be a good game. Moody, powerhouse, great football team. The coach, like seeing interviews with him, they beat Jacksonville 42-21. They're going to be at St. Clair County, which is right under them at 5. Center Point, then Jacksonville's 1-2. They lost to Moody 42-21. They play Center Point, as I said. Springville 0-3. Region 7, Fairview, Priceville, Russellville, Elmore, Admore, all those guys. Region 8, Gunnersville. They got a good football team, man. They really do. They're just kind of starting to step out away from everybody. They play Sardis. They beat Brewer 63-12, and Brewer's next to last over there in that region. They play they're at Arab, Brewery is. And you got Gunnersville, Arab, Scottsboro, Douglas, Boaz, and Brewer, and Sardis. Holy smoky joes. And I don't know if anybody – we'll look for our guests. And Saraland's course, number 1 dogs. Russell County, this is 6A. Benjamin Russell, that's where your number 1 receiver in the state is headed to Alabama. He's over there. And Juice, coach from Montgomery Catholic, is there coaching. Bo throwed up some picks last week from the receiver and is headed to Bama, and Coach Juice and all them guys. They're in a group with Spain Park and Chelsea and those guys. Region 4 is Bessemer Mercedes, Central Tuscaloosa. Region 5, Homewood, Minor, Parker. Man, that Region 5, 6A, Parker's going to be at Mortimer Jordan. That'll be a good football game. Wow. Woodlawn, which is big time known. That's where Rick Burgess' dad, Coach Burgess, started high school football way back in the day, back in the 60s, before he went into JSU and won titles over there. Woodlawn, they're 0-3. They lost to Minor. They got Homewood. Region 6, Clay Chalkville. Everybody knows about them. Longtime powerhouse. They'll be playing Shades Valley, Pinson Valley. All type of players come there. And Oxford, Coach Adams, good coach. Really enjoyed going down there, seeing their campus stuff. It's like a small college. They beat Shades Valley 45-7. They're at Pinson Valley. Whoa, that'll be a great game if you're looking for somewhere. I can't wait to see those scores come in tomorrow night. Mountain Brook, Pell City, Huffman, Shades Valley last over there. And then you got Jasper, Muscle Shoals, those guys. Hartselle, 2-0 right now, man. They're going to be at Columbia. They got a good football team up there. They're not going to be at home. They're going to be at Columbia. Region 8, there's your Gadsden City Titans, number 1 over there. They're 1-2. They're off this week, but they beat Buckhorn. May Jemison, Southside is 3rd. Then Fort Payne. They're off last week. They'll be at – oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Southside's going to Fort Payne tomorrow night. Ooh. It's another good game. If you ain't got nothing to do, you got no home team or nothing, then that'd be a good one to be at. That would be a good matchup. If you're looking for some football, you don't have a team really. Fort Payne's hosting Southside. That should be a good game. That's number 3 and 4 in that region. And I'm sure the 7A's it's Baker, Mary, Montgomery, those guys in 1. Then Central Phoenix in Region 2, Dothan, Auburn at 3, Carver, Montgomery at 4. Region 3 is Hewitt, Trustful, then Hillcrest, Prattville, and Thompson, those type teams. Region 4 is Bob Jones, Huntsville, Austin, Florence. Those guys, Aberville next to last up there for local folks. Now, let's hit the peanut gallery and see what we got, and we'll catch up on comments here. See if I can answer anybody who knew that the long team might pull off a win. You're right, Zach. Referee shortage, it has made a big difference. It has. It says Cherokee County, Shades Valley has been moved to 3rd C. It's a big problem, man. There you go. Breaking news. That's why you hit the subscribe button. Come over here and hang out with a fam. 12-16 Tanner used to be. Yeah, I do remember that. When LaRon White was there. Yeah. Yes, true. Don't forget about Eastern Lawrence. They're 2-0 in the season. That's where Ben went to school at. Eastern Lawrence. Okay. Let's clean up here on the last part of it, guys. And here's some good matchups. I think we've mentioned already a lot of them. We'll skim through these and kind of get off here and let everybody enjoy the rest of their Thursday night here. Sweetwater's 0-2. Wow, what in the world's going on down there? Leroy, Sweetwater plays. This is 1A matchups. If you're looking for somewhere, these may be all over the state. Trying to look for some undefeateds playing each other, maybe. Hackleburg at Waterloo. There you go. Barry Fayette at Hubbardville. Barry is going to host Hubbardville. I've seen both those teams. Two good football teams. Class 2A matchup. Tuscaloosa Academy plays Isabella. Isabella, poor guys. They're 0-3. Reeltown and Ramburn be a good matchup. Pisgah and Pleasant Valley. We mentioned that a while ago. That's a big game, man. Just tell you, that could be a good one. Let's see. Coosa Christian will host Faultville. I'll mention that one. Let's see. Here's another one. Sulligett and Greene County. Marcia and Sheffield, maybe. Piedmont's off. TR Maryland, Flomaton. We did talk about that. That's going to be a good game, man. I can't wait to see that score. Montgomery Academy and Wicksburg. And let's see, 4A. Jackson and Baker. That's Baker's undefeated, man. You never know. Jackson, Duckworth, and E.J. Croyle commit to Alabama, and their quarterback Ducks going to South Carolina. That's a good game. West Morgan at Priceville. That is a you need if you want to keep up with Cherokee County stuff and who they may be playing later on down the road, because they're not going to match that region again this year. It's going to be different. It's going to be regions 5 and 6 will play, and then 7 and 8 will play. Cherokee County and Etowah 0-2 right now. Anniston, Alexandria, huge. That's a big game, man. That is a big time game. Alexandria and Anniston, man. 5A, Viger and UMS Wright and Goodwin. St. Clair County and Moody. We mentioned that one already. Leeds and Lincoln. Coach Hendo and them, they may run over at Leeds and win the game. Good luck to Coach Hendo in the group. Can't believe Ramsey's 0-3. Wow. St. Clair County at Moody. 6A matchups, maybe Pike Road at Wetumpka, maybe. Mountain Brook at Pell City. I dig it. I think that could be. If you're in that area over there I guess that's kind of West Gadsden or something down over that way, that'd be a good game. And lastly, Central Phoenix City and Dothan High, both 3-0 7A matchups. Thompson's at Oak Mountain, and I know Hoover is 1-2. They're going to host you at Trussville, and that's another one of those games. It's kind of like, Vestavia Hills. When those guys come over there, man, Hoover runs stuff for so long, everybody's going to throw their best shot at Hoover because they're Hoover. I mean, they got a lot of the talk. Robertsdale is going to be hosting Mary Montgomery. I love watching this Mary Montgomery team. I don't know. I got to watch them last year. There's a guy that does their videos. He does a good job with them. They got a good football team, man. Really good. That'll be a good game. Vestavia Hills there going to play number 9, Hillcrest, Tuscaloosa. These are good games. And private schools, if you're interested in any of that, South Choctaw Academy is going to play Patrician Academy, Monroe Academy, and Sparta Academy. So that's some of the matchups. And there's some 4A, this 4A North region up here, that region 6 and stuff. There's a bunch of good games tomorrow night, man. Hey, look out. Shout out to everybody coming by and hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate all you guys. It's Covington, Larry. What's going on, Larry? Good to see all you guys and gals on here. Brad Motes, what is up? Brad. Jeremy Pearson, how you doing over there? Hope you did, and hope every family's doing good. And hadn't seen him out in a while. Zane Edwards, what's going on there, low-key? Good for you to stop by. Appreciate you. Those are some good matchups for tonight, man. Really good for tomorrow night. So, again, Cedar Bluff's kicking off here in about 10 minutes up at North Sand Mountain. Good luck to the Tigers. It's a big region game. Cedar Bluff needs to go up there and take care of business. I know Sand Mountain's 3-0, but they ain't played the Tigers yet. They're playing tonight. Cherokee County at Etowah, which Etowah had lost to Hoax Bluff last week, 28-3. Spring Garden and Woodville is going to kick off. Now, Woodville has beat Ider last week, 43-7. Section lost to Pisgah 52-6 last week. They're 0-3. The Rock will take them home at home up here. They'll be the only team in town at home. Appalachian will be they're 3-0, man. I went through some of that region there. They're the good right now. This part of the season is big critical mass kind of time. So Galesville, Coach Knapp and them, traveling up there. Maybe is Appalachian still a little high off beating a Locust 14, 42-39. Last year, that Locust 14 was hotter than melted butter. I mean, it was hotter than a chicken pot pie out of the oven. Everybody was talking about them, their quarterback, and I told you about the injury. Bless his heart, man. God, he was playing great. I mean, everybody was talking about him, and he got hurt, broke his leg. Hate that. Hope he's doing great now, and God bless him. So that's it, and that's that. Region standings, we went through all of them for everybody. These games are going to matter. This Region 8 over here for 1A, Spring Gardens at 1 over there. Gainesville's Gainesville at 6. This is a opportunity for Gainesville to be 3-1 overall, and can be 1-1 in the region. Spring Garden can go to 3-1 and 2-0 in the region with a win tonight up at Woodville. So it's very important for them. Very important. And again, the 2A region over there, North Sand Mountain, Cedar Bluff, Sand Rock, a lot of important games. I mean, every game is important, but these are important. Pisgah's third. Pleasant Valley's just rocking and rolling, man. They're 3-0, and they're tied with North Sand Mountain for being 3-0 in that Region 7. And last here, see, Region 6 for that 3A. Piedmont's won at 3-0, 2-0 in region. They're off this week, but Walter Welborn at Glencoe and Coach Smith, Westbrook Christian, is going to play this Locust Fork team that's coming off a loss over there. Very interesting. And we've talked about this a time or two already. That Region 6, man, 4A up here, I mean, all the top teams are all playing each other. White Plains is playing Hoax Bluff, and Etowah's playing Cherokee County, the two lower teams. But Alexandria and Anniston, I can't wait to see that score. So that's 6. So Region 5 will match up with them. So they'll play the top 4 right now, top 4 Region 5 for 4A, who Cherokee County area, Anniston, Hoax Bluff will match. Will be Hamilton, Good Hope, Curry, and Fayette County. But the bottom half is 0-1 in region. Cordova, Dora, Fultondale, and Haleyville, but it's still early in the season. It's still really early. Let's see here. It's about time to kick off football weekend. Let's play some ball, Zach says. St. Clair County had beat Catholic. Yeah, I know. That's that 3A. What the Montgomery Academy? Let's see. Catholic. So let's see. Montgomery Academy. Now, Montgomery Academy is Region 2 for the 3A. But you're talking about Catholic, and they are. Catholic's 4A now, I think. Mobile Christians, Region 1. Let's see. Darn my nose. Regions 3. Region 2. Mobile Christian. So it's got to be. Let's see here. Well, I can't even find them. Now, Ben. I've lost my mind. Let's see. Yeah, I'm glad we went ahead and come on tonight. You know, there's a lot of disturbing stuff. You know, we've seen the past day here, and it's good to. I nearly didn't come on tonight, but I thought, you know, it'd be better, guys. Catholic, okay, they're 5. Yeah, I didn't know they didn't move down. They moved up. But, yeah, I'm glad we went ahead and come on, get to hang out with a fam over here, and just – it's still good to do sports, man. We can't just quit. You know, we can't give up on stuff, you know. We can't just not do our stuff no more because, there's bad stuff going on. And sometimes, honestly, I'm just talking for me, it's good to do something else. I mean, kind of get your mind off stuff. 5A. Let's see where are they at? Well, I've lost my mind here, bro. There they are. Oh, they're last in that division. Okay, they're in Region 2, Ben. They're in Region 1. Andalusia, Charles Henderson, Eufaula, Carroll, Headland, Greenville, and then Catholic Montgomery's 1 and 2 over there in 5A. Yeah, they were 4A. That's where Jeremiah Cobb, tailback at Auburn, that's where he played. I remember watching them. No, or is that? I forget. I might get them mixed up now. Hang on. Yeah, because they played 5 in the 3A state that year, and that Cobb was on that team, which he's at Auburn now, tailback. So they're last over there. They lost to Eufaula 35-24. They got Catholic Pensacola. Wherever Catholic Pensacola is. Montgomery Catholic schedule. They are 5A Region 2. They've beat St. James. That's a good win, 32-6. They lost to St. Clair and Eufaula. So they got this Pensacola team, then Charles Henderson, Carroll, Headland, Greenville, Andalusia, and then Vestavia Hills. Those last 2 games are earned death march there. That is a tough schedule. Man, I've had a good time with you guys tonight. What else do y'all want to? What else do we talk about? We do have college ball kicking off, and I think they're already on right now. Let's see here. North Carolina State football schedule scores. Let's see here. See if it's got a. Let's see. Yep, it's live right now. They're playing. They're at Wake Forest. Wake Forest is up 7-0 already. I remember there was a time North Carolina State. They had some dudes, man. Rogers' kid's already caught a big pass for 20 yards, but good Lord, Chris Barnes at Wake Forest live right now. Wake's up 7-0. Chris Barnes, number 10. Has 2 catches for 70 yards. 70. Wake's not even running the ball well. The game it ain't been on just 10 minutes or so. Man, let's go over to ESPN. Hey, look, man, that's 2-0 teams. Go over and watch that one. Darrell Davis, who has been at Thorsby since. Okay. He's Darrell Davis. Was it them or I think it was Tharptown, the guy I interviewed at the Jamboree they had down there in Gadsden that time. Tough guys, man. Their players play hard. They go out there and they'll get dirty with you. They'll mix it up. And what's up, Evan? How you doing, brother? Good to see you. Hope everything's going good, Evan. Yeah. So we went through all the matchups again. Made a run back through where everybody's going. And if you ain't got nowhere to go, I think I've given you a good list. And if not, hey, go back and hit the show over here and you can rewind it. And if you don't know where to go, there's some good games. You could be at Anniston or all the way up on the mountain at Fort Payne, or they got Southside coming, and we got some good matchups. And 4A, Hopes Bluff's got a good game, and Center plays Etowah, and there's a lot of good matchups. A lot of things we're going to tell how that region. It's just how that region schedule is right now. for them for that 4A Region 6. It's just how they're matching up right now. Thank you, Zach. I do appreciate you. Thanks for in-depth coverage and analysis. It's hard to keep up with all the great football that we're going on around here all by yourself. Appreciate you, Zach. I love you, brother. Hope you have a great weekend. Everybody have a great weekend. And, hey, everything is whatever you got going on. I know it can trouble your soul and stuff, but don't let your souls be troubled because the good guys have already won, okay? It's going to be thrown away and they're going to be done away with. And everything's going to be on the up and up, but it's still hard to see, and people talk, mean about each other and being rude and nasty and just kind of hurts your soul a little bit sometimes. People just out there saying what they think, not being violent or hurtful in their words, and they just like, well, you don't agree with me, so let's just get rid of you. And we can't, but that's been happening for forever, and it's just part of this dusty old rock, third rock from the sun that we fly around this wild universe on in this crazy pattern of circling the sun. And today's going to be a day. Everything's going to come back and everything's going to be cool. Zach, appreciate you, bro, for the stars on there. 7 weeks straight now with that. How about that? I love you, bro. So everybody have a good weekend and go cheer for your team. Alabama should take care of Wisconsin. Tennessee may play Georgia a good game. Auburn should take care of business against South Alabama. May be close for a little while. Shouldn't be a problem, though. It shouldn't. And Vandy could sneak up and beat South Carolina, man. We talked about it last night. Me and Birds broke it down 6 ways from Sunday. So there's some good stuff on. Notre Dame, A&M's going up there. But Vandy could beat South Carolina. And, hey, Florida and LSU, man, that I remember that game being like one of the biggest games around. I mean, that game was just hugely talked about. So can Coach Billy get the Gators back on track? And can South Florida beat the Hurricanes? If they can get some pressure on Beck and make him off balance and throw weird and crazy, that South Florida could cause a little trouble for Miami. So y'all enjoy your weekend. Love you guys. God bless every one of you. And y'all have safe trips tomorrow night. If you're going out to high school football games, take care of yourself. And we'll see you guys Sunday live here at 6 with a lot of stuff to talk about. So get on here early, get your popcorn, kick back in your seat, pull your blanket up on you, and just enjoy a good old show. Big Matt Diamond Dean will be here to co-host with me, and I got a good bit to talk about, man. So y'all come back.